Today, I'm privileged to introduce you to our very own visionary, an idealist and an ambassador of elevating spiritual transformation, one who we can always depend upon as an unwavering, devoted friend. She is the very heart of Harmony Harbor, Bonnie Crosier.
Thank you, Elaine, for that heartfelt introduction. This has been not only a process of joy, but a dream. And so I appreciate all of the help from all realms and welcome everyone tonight. Tonight's reading is from an unknown author from Inspirational Life. It's called The King and the Painting. A long time ago, there was a king that wanted a painting that depicted peace. He said anyone could submit a painting and the best piece would be awarded a prize. All the finest painters in the land brought the king their finest works. But of all entries, one painting stood out. It was a painting of a calm lake with the snow-capped mountains in the background, and above the mountains are clear blue skies. Their reflection was perfectly cast on the lake. Everyone admired the painting and knew for certain that the king was going to declare that one the winner. But to everyone's surprise, the king chose a painting that depicted the exact opposite. He chose a painting that depicted a mountain that's bare and rugged. The sky of the painting was dark and sinister. And if a huge storm is about to take place, the painting had a tiny bush with a bird's nest. And in the nest was a bird that sat in peace, unfrazzled by the storm that was just about to come. The crowd who was there to witness the ceremony asked the king, "Why did you choose such a peculiar painting?" And the king replied, "What does it mean to have peace? Is it the absence of violence and suffering? No. These are things that will always be present. And having peace means staying calm amidst the chaos that life brings. It is a state of mind, and the mind is at peace, then the state of your surroundings won't matter. And the bird in the painting is able to convey the best message of peace." So what's the moral of the story? The wise ones know that peace is a state of mind, that trouble will always find its way to you. But if the mind is at peace, then you'll remain calm no matter what happens. There's this thing called life. Oh my goodness. What a journey, huh? What a test to so many emotions. To know happiness, well, we have to experience sadness, and to experience abundance, we must experience loss, and to experience love, we probably have to experience the greatest hurt of all, and that's the broken heart. Some realms call it the law of cause of effect, while others may call it bad luck, hurt, lost, and the list goes on. For some, it's lessons that are learned to find value in what's happened that has been presented. They see the blessings that life has offered no matter what. And if you look back at your life, what do you call the times in your life when life seemed to present no way to find the light? What do you call that time where you were so happy that you didn't think life could get any better? How many times have you embraced the challenges of your life where someone or something tried the hardest to keep you down? And since you are here at this gathering, something in your life must have shown you our light that will embrace you. Think of light now. Maybe for some, the light hasn't presented itself quite yet. That's your spiritual path. How many of you have trusted that the higher power will not let you down? that unconditional trust? And how may you have realized that the power will help you through, well, everything, if you just trust in the signs and the intuition that are there to guide you? That's your spiritual path again. The God of your understanding is real, and it's just as much a part of you as you are a part of it. What if your God that you understand to be within you has more in common than you give it power? What if your God is the bird in that nest that was mentioned in the story, staying calm above any type of storm that would come to give you comfort? This human experience is complicated. It's a complicated thing, and to be strong, it's taught that one must have control of self, of circumstances, of those around us, and to show signs of weakness is not allowed in many people who have been classified baby boomers. For the younger generations, it appears that many have determined that this human experience is understanding and acceptance, and not only to gender or race, religious affiliations, relationships. For older generations, some don't know how the mindset of those that are being viewed would be accepted with less maturity. If your spiritual path is paved with understanding, but it's been converted by the muck of humanity, how do you find your way? Who's right? Who's not? Interesting question. What if both are right? What if both have been placed in the time of history to experience valuable information that both will need to take with them in the next phase of life? The young and the old coming together and causing harmony amongst its people. Instead of arguing about right or wrong, what if the message is about acceptance? What if the younger generations have it right? What is the message that comes from the teacher within yourself that broadens your perspective of how you were taught as a child? Times have changed. Those of us who are in the later part of our lives, we remember things about how we were taught to act and how we were taught to talk and all of these different things. But to me, it appears that we live in a world where not only do people want to be heard, but they also want to be accepted. People are expected to live a specific way, talk a specific way, to act, to think, to grieve. And what if this human experience is to bring compassion and understanding, as your higher source professed, to love one another? I want you to picture this. If you were a parent, how did you feel the first time you saw that new life come into the world? Or if you're a parent of a four-legged creature, how did your heart feel? Did you make a promise that you would love and protect that life now that you are responsible for? Did you vow that no matter what, the love that you had was unconditional and you would be there for them no matter what? What if this world was like that if we treated each other that way? What a concept. What happened to humanity? What happened to us humans that we would pick and choose and that we would befriend only those who we wanted to, and we wouldn't open up the hand of fellowship to those who need us? When I go to the grocery store, many times we have a variety of people who are standing out at a stoplight asking for assistance. Anything will help. I feel that I have been so blessed in my life, and I'm not rich by any means, but the blessings come in abundance. And I usually try to get a little extra money at the grocery store at checkout so I can give to those people. Many times they're in desperate need of a shower, and I know that the clothes that they have on their back are probably the only pair they have. But the toothless smile that they give gives the gratitude to my soul that I have done the right thing. I don't care what they use it for, because when it leaves my hands, it's no longer mine. It's a part of my spiritual path. So spirituality comes in so many forms. It involves the recognition of feeling or sensing something greater that's more than myself, and something more than to be human, or having some sort of sensory experience, or owning the latest electronic gadget. It's the greater whole of what we are a part of in this whole cosmic or divine nature. It's all encompassing. So many times my spiritual path has been paved with those who appear to be looking for support from others and wanting to be understood, and maybe just having a conversation and hearing them. My spiritual path has been unfolded by helping others and of being of service, loving one another as the God of my understanding intended. Could spirituality mean that as a human, it's our priority to become as prepared as we possibly can to understand true enlightenment? Could we possibly be here to be asked, when it's our time to transition, how did you serve others? Good question. These are the hard questions that may define individual growth before we complete our human experience. Everything that you have gone through in your life has brought you to this moment right now to be the gifted and the unique person that you are. How could you know that you would be able to help someone who's going through a divorce or separation if you had never been separated yourself? How would you ever know how to help those through addiction if you had not personally had that experience, or had someone close to you that's had that experience? How could you provide loss or comfort to those experiencing loss if you didn't know loss yourself? We all have a place in this spiritual community. And what if we all come together with our own experiences and our own expertise to be of service to each other? And what if we were all meant to serve all of those who we love and those we haven't met yet? You're the most important part of someone's life. And you may not feel that way sometimes, but for those who have listened to your kind words at the time where they were needed most, and those who have experienced your compassion, that's priceless. You can't put a dollar figure on that at all. Your path doesn't come with road signs or a map, or even, what do they call it now? The voice that tells us all where to go. The spiritual journey that you're on has so many new surprises every day, and those surprises were meant to be embraced. Your spiritual journey isn't all about you. That's interesting. The only way you will ever know that you're on the right path that's been determined for you is the light that you have influenced onto others. Your light shines so brightly, and it brings strangers that feel comfortable telling you the challenges that life has given them. And your life brings envy to those who are searching. At that point, you are the person who makes a difference between loss and abundance, happy, sad. The spiritual path is interesting. And many times, how many of you have looked at the sky and asked, why is this happening to me? And what have I done to ever attract this? And I ask, why not you? Why not have the challenge that'll bring you to a new level of spirituality and enlightenment? When you came to this physical experience, what was the agreement that you had before you ever came here? What is it about the blessing that's hidden inside that you need to find? What price would you pay to have a greater knowledge of who you are and what your purpose is? This exploration belongs to everybody, and it's the spiritual path that's enlightened to being what you have agreed to understand. Because you are here tonight, I feel you've agreed to be something bigger than life. You have engaged in a source that has that $1,000,000 question, why am I here and what is my purpose? Spirituality is not a one size fits all, as most of you know. Physical life was never, ever promised to be easy. And my curious mind wonders how many souls chose not to come here to have this physical experience because of a variety of reasons: the unknown, the challenges, the demands on emotional well being, and probably most important, the decisions that had to be made in order for us to be able to survive this physical existence. I'm convinced that this human experience is not for the faint of heart. And in my opinion, this physical experience is a test. It's to see who takes the test of learning more about individual spirituality and knowing yourself seriously. Have you ever been reincarnated, or is this your first time around? Do you believe in reincarnation or do you not? Let's explore all of these things together. And, we may just learn how we're all connected: body, mind, and spirit. Through embracing spirituality, we all become one, and one like mind and one like minded heart. You see, it doesn't matter what's going on around you. It's the power of peace that you hold within you that brings you closer to your authentic self. From what I've learned, the authentic self is pretty amazing. You're amazing. When life presents the making of a storm, it's my prayer that you picture yourself as the calm bird in the painting, chosen by the king. May the blessings of the Spirit be with you today and all the days of your life. And it's been my honor to serve you and to serve Spirit. Thank you for allowing me to serve.